Hi, 2025 is almost upon us. It's a few months to 2025, an opportunity for us to have a fresh start, an opportunity for us to do some things differently, an opportunity for us to re strategize and become a whole new person, right? On this video, I'm going to be sharing 6 tips on how to get a better new year, a year that is different from what you've always had. There's this saying, you cannot do the same thing and expect a different result. So 2025, we're going to be very intentional about what we want and what we want to do to achieve those things that we want. Do you understand? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Happiness Annie. On this channel, we talk about ways to better ourselves as women, ways to better ourselves as mothers, ways to be intentional about our growth, and get proper understanding about some of the things that we have to learn, unlearn, and things like that. Okay, so without further ado, let me just jump right into the steps that I have planned for you. Like I said, 6 steps, and all of them are valuable. So sit to the end of these 6 points that I have, and I'm sure that you're going to learn a thing or two. Um, Please do not forget to subscribe, like this video if it is something that you find interesting, just so that the YouTube can push it out to a lot more women, and then we get to all learn together and become the better versions of ourselves. Okay, so the first point that I have for 2025 is your mindset, right? You've got to have a shift, a total shift of you know some of us as women, we feel that luxury life is for these certain kinds of people. You tell yourself that, oh, I don't want to do this or do that, because you feel that, you are not qualified for good things, right? Not because you feel you're beneath who you are, but a lot of us want to determine ourselves by where we're coming from instead of where we're going. That's the truth. Like, if you do not have a proper mindset about life, you cannot achieve what you cannot see. That's the truth. Like I tell the women of my platform that, if you don't see a thing, even the Bible tells us so, as far as your eyes can see, as far as your eyes can see. He's God, omnipotent. So he could have said, as far as what you want, or as far as like it could have been a different thing, right? But he said to us, as far as your eyes can see. If you see yourself as a pauper, if you see yourself, some people think that it makes them look humble, stay humble, to just see yourself as somebody who is on this level where you cannot be on their level. There's no going back from that. If your mindset is wrapped up in a certain kind of smallness, you can't go beyond that, right? So for 2025, my advice would be that you redirect your mindset, have that shift, have that mentality that I can be everything I set my mind to be. I can be a billionaire if I want to. I can be a millionaire in dollars, in pounds. Tell yourself exactly what you want to see. Okay. The number 2 point is invest. Invest, invest, invest. That's the truth. Oftentimes, as women, as mothers, we're caught up in, our day-to-day activity, and we feel that until I am a billionaire, I cannot invest, right? You 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 don't have to have all of the money to be able to become an investor, right? Um you can invest in the money that you have invested in something is the money that works for you. Do you understand? And if you don't have money working for you, like it's been said, you would work until you die. Your money has got to be something that you put in another business that can earn you money. Do you understand? So let me break it down this way. To become an investor, um, you could have a friend who is doing very good business. You know that, oh, I do not have the capacity to run this business as good as this person. However, I have these funds that I'm keeping in the bank. By the way, money in the bank, your money in the bank is what the bank uses to do business, and then they give you, they give you change. Some banks don't even give you anything. From where we're from, right? A lot of banks, we see people in developed countries, they say, oh, the bank is giving you so and so, even though it's little on your savings account. Where we're from, it's not every savings account that, you know what I mean, right? We The savings account that we have, we just get to see debits. Like they are debiting you for card maintenance, they're debiting you for bank maintenance, they're debiting. Do you understand? So that money that you have stored in the bank, it's something that you can decide to say, okay, this friend of mine is doing good business. She knows what she's doing. Therefore, I want to invest in her business. Of course, I'm not saying invest without proper paperwork. No, I'm saying that 1 million that you have in the bank, that 10 million you have in the bank, that 500,000 that you have in the bank that is just sitting there. Learn to invest that money so that the money is working for you. Just like the money would have been working for the bank and the bank giving you change or nothing at all, you could sit down, have a lawyer, draw up an agreement. I'm not saying just go give your money to anybody. I'm saying if you have that kind of money and then you do not know how to do some kinds of business, right? And you see a viable business that is run by somebody that you know understands what they are doing, you can invest in that person. You could also invest money by buying stock. Uh, you know, where we're from, again, we feel that buying stocks is something for old people, but that's not true. There are stocks that you can buy, especially now that the social, is it the social media or um the internet has made it possible that you're in Nigeria and you're buying from different parts of the world. I think I'm going to create another video where I'm talking about some of the stocks that I've invested in and how that can also help you, right? Number three, I would like to say learn, acquire some sort of skill. Do you understand? For 2025, learn to grow. Grow your mind, grow yourself, grow in different areas. There are things that you can learn from social media. There are things that you can learn, you can pay for, right? So in whatever you do for 2025, make sure that you're acquiring knowledge. You can draw up a list and say you're ticking it as you go. I would like to learn this, learn that, learn this, learn that. Again, for the women of my platform, I'm going to be rolling out something pretty soon. It's about women in tech, right? So I've if you know me, you know that I've shared quite a number of times how this year I've delved into tech and I've seen that it's not as difficult as I perceived it to be, So I'm going to be doing something real soon about Abuja women in tech, right? So it's something that you can also jump into because technology is where the world is headed, right? It's where we are right now, and we're going to be here for the longest time, right? That's why from the regular technology that we know, there's now AI, there's now people are trying to improve on different artificial intelligence, to it's everywhere. So it is important to get on with it. There are other skills that you could learn as well, but just be intentional about acquiring a skill or two. Number four, it's to pay attention to your mental health. That's the truth. No matter how much you want to live this life, we cannot overemphasize how important it is for us to have a place where we come to chill, right? So for 2025, be intentional about finding something that you love and doing it. you have to get a hobby, get something that you love to do, maybe with your husband, maybe personally with just you or with your girls, but find time. Be intentional about relaxing your mind. Be intentional about, as little as, there's something I learned from somebody, like after running a program with her, she said something about her making sure that after she pays salary, she pays herself with a proper massage. And those things, those are things, and I learnt it, and it's been years. Even though now that I live in the UK, I don't get to do that as often. But anytime I'm home, except for the last time, of course, I didn't do that. But I like to go get a proper massage, take care of my body, just relax my mind, do a scrub bath. You must find time, find something that you do that you love, that, get a hobby, get something, but let it be that you're intentional about your mental health, right? And then number 5 point will be to develop your network. This is very important, especially for us as women. We're trying to you can't run it on your own. You understand what I'm saying? Where you see yourself, you must find a community, that would push you to thrive. you know get Make sure that your network is everybody around you are people that are where you want to be or where you're headed. Never people who are, be people who tell you what you want to achieve is impossible. So developing your network would mean that you're getting mentors, you're getting coaches, you're joining great communities, you know being intentional about growing, you know and then again, when you have joined those communities, be sure that you are active. Be sure that they get to know you. There are people on my platform that, you know, they were intentional about coming into the community and being great themselves. So it's not difficult to find those people. It's not difficult to know that, oh, these are members of my tribe and we support ourselves. So you must make sure that in 2025 you are developing your network. It's important. It is very important. And that brings us to the last one, which is finding what you love and turning it into a skill, turning it into monetizing it, so to speak. Right? So it's easier when you do what you love and you're making money from that which you love. You don't see it as a job. You don't see it as something that you're struggling with, right? So for 2025, look for that thing that you're passionate about. Even when, you know, for instance, I am passionate about women empowerment, right? And I'm talking about it everywhere that I go. It's something that I love to do. So I decided, okay, let me find a way to turn this that I'm passionate about. I want to be skilled at talking about women empowerment, just so that a time will come when I'm running courses, myself. I took a lot of classes, I took a lot of courses, on women empowerment and development, just so that a time will come when this passion of mine is something that brings food on the table. So that's the point that I want to leave you with, for this video. I want to say that thing that you're passionate about, look at it from an angle where it is possible for you to monetize it. If you love to take care of children, find a way to be skilled at it so that it is something that you can monetize. If you love beauty and fashion and all of that, find a way where you're talking about it or you're creating. If you love makeup, for instance, and you know that there are some things about this palette that if you had the opportunity, you could get an why not you creating that palette and then putting it out in the market. Whatever thing that you love, find a way to be very skilled at it and monetize it. Until I come your way again, as always, God bless you. Bye bye.